Hi everyone, welcome back to Paloma Doll Beauty. Yes, I know, yet another video. I seem to be churning these out to no end, but I'm really just trying to get stuff up as it becomes relevant, and also while I do have a chance. Part of this reorganization, hence the video, is because I've got lots of things coming up, and I just needed to be super organised, or sort of around the house and the study, because of the courses. I've actually signed up for 3 courses. One of them is makeup, finally, just a little course, saying, but also maybe to give you some tips or just to see what I've done with the organisation. I'll put any videos, posts that I mentioned in here down below. Most of it was really on actually how I've reorganised sort of the wardrobe and sort of the practicality of the setup. And I also did a little mini tour. It's not a full house tour. I didn't do downstairs, I did upstairs. People have requested this for the last few years, and I don't know. I know some people are sensitive to people doing home tours and showing their family in it. But I just sort of did upstairs, and it is definitely unglamorous, trust me. You'll see anyway. So I just did upstairs. I might do downstairs if anyone is particularly interested later on, but after you see upstairs you might change your mind. But that's there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just a few things that I just changed around really in the wardrobe, just to make it a lot more logical with using stuff in makeup, because it's very perishable, a lot of the stuff as well, so I really need to be able to see it and use it up. I know I have a lot more than the average person, and definitely a lot more, as I was joking previously, about what I moved to Australia with and what I moved to Sydney with. This is slightly ridiculous. But it's my hobby, and hopefully it'll be my professional hobby. We shall see. But I've also just done my other channel, so I'm going to have 5 channels running. I've got 2 blogs, I'm going to have 3 courses, I've got my son, so I'm going to be keeping myself rather busy. But as you know, that I'm not actually working anymore in the lab, so I just thought I went out and took the plunge 2014, rather than just saying some of my resolutions. Some of them are broken spending wise, but I thought, look, I'm going to do these courses while I have a chance. So I needed to have a clearer office space to actually be able to sit and use the computer, to be able to write, read, etc., and concentrate. So that really spawned into this video. So anyway, I've turned this into one of those rambling intros. You know where to go to watch a video and people just ramble on for like 5 minutes before they actually get to the whole point of the video. So I'm going to be quiet now and get to the point. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, there we go. That is now the setup. The bookcase hasn't changed too much, but I will go over what I have changed at the end. I just wanted to focus on this setup. So pretty much the desks are in the same order. They're the IKEA desks. All I really did was I moved the computer that was up here down to the end, and that way now I have a proper little office space. And I moved the Ettica cubes and the bling box across, so sort of down the end, and that way that is going to be my makeup sort of station down there, and I'll go over that quickly in a much more practical order, how I can actually get to stuff and get ready in the morning. I've got my mirror and that up there, my brushes, but I've actually got my face stuff in the center here, and my, I suppose, brush tower. I'll put my accessories here, and on the top I've got my most used face items and lipsticks and that, and on the end, actually it pretty much stayed in the same position as it was on the other desk, but now that it's at the sort of end of where I get ready, that's what I actually do last, so it's a little bit more logical. This middle piece is still where I have all the stuff sort of for giveaways and other sort of brochures. And all I did with this drawer, this is my sample drawer that was in the large desk, I just moved it down. Thankfully the drawer sizes are the same, so that way I didn't have to move every single item along, which is much better. And then slowly you'll keep seeing this area change in my background of my videos. I've been ordering lots of those sort of vintagey posters online, like, you know, perfume, makeup ones. I've even got a wine one, which you might have seen in one of my videos. That's something that will be ongoing, and that way I actually got these drawers out of the bookcase, and now I can actually have all of my electronic stuff, my chargers, my cords, my memory cards, my spare batteries for filming are all there, so I can actually get to it really easily. Then I have my hand creams and balms and that. I like these ones. These are from Harrods Storage World, the more natural range, so you can actually take these out so you can adjust it. They're really good to store anything in. And then I have some of my other most used items up the top, and that way I can actually have my things charging and they're out of the road, and my lamps. a little bit easier to get to, and then I can actually have a proper desk drawer with stuff that I need. Finally, it's been quite a while, and I can actually read books at the desk, so it's a big deal for me, maybe not for some people watching. But then I just grabbed a tub. You can get these anywhere, and I just put all of my empties so I can do those videos. Before I had them in an old plastic bag, so that's a lot neater. And then pretty much in here I swapped a lot of stuff around. I still have this A frame, like this ladder frame bookcase in here, but what I've done is I've moved out a lot of stuff, and that way I've put everything in a more logical order. So up the top I have maybe my some of my makeup that I switch up between, so I'll put it up here so it stays cool and out of the road. I've got prizes in that up there and packaging. Up the top I've got my eye stuff and other backups, and I come down, I've got obviously belts and accessories, but this top area is now all of my sort of body stuff. So I've got my BB creams, my serums, my face creams, I've got my body sprays there, that's one of the new ones I got, and I've got some new body lotions up the top. So sort of when I've gotten ready, done my makeup, I can do the rest of the stuff here. I've got deodorants, what do you call those things, tanning lotions. You might think, oh, why isn't some of the stuff in the bathroom? What I actually did is I threw out a lot of the stuff and cleared it out, because now my husband and son have room in the bathroom. Before it was taken over by my junk, as they call it. And then here I cut off a lot of the tops of those old Lust Habit and beauty boxes, and that way I can put stuff in drawers, or I can stack it where I've got space, and it's a little bit more easy to see everything. That's another one of those more natural organisers. Then I've just got this, it's a brush cleaner, you know, for actually art brushes from an art store, but I use it to clean my everyday brushes as well, or my makeup brushes, and then that way I've got everything I need for that. And here I've got my cleansers, I've got my makeup sanitizer, I've got my Bronner's shampoo, which I use for washing the brushes or deep cleansing, then I've got my Paris and spray, and then I've also got my nail stuff here. So I've got my lacquer stuff, I've got my travel size nail enamel, my hand creams, my nail polish removers, my full size Demure. I love this stuff for drying the nails. And then here's my other facial stuff. At the back I've got my cleansers, and then I just use a little box, and all I've got is my face mask, because before a lot of this stuff was in drawers and it was all over the house pretty much in boxes stacked away, but now it's all in one spot, so when I go to use it I can come straight here in the morning or in the evening when I want to. Then down here, this is sort of my hair stuff. Before it was stacked in the linen cupboard, it was stacked in the bathroom, and it was an absolute mess. So now I have this little tub, and I have, I'm actually running out of light, let me just open the blind. I have all of my shampoos, my sprays and that, and a lot of the stuff I also got rid of, and I've put some stuff away to give to other people. Then I've got my hair tools in here. I've got my junior and my adult size hair cake for when I cut hair. I've got wig combs, I've got scissors, brushes, other tools, accessories. I've got my Cloud9 buried in there, so that's out of the road. My Val's Sassoon Curl Secret there. And this is actually just black electrical tape I use to secure it. Actually, that's right, up the top here, I use this stuff for a lot of things, and because there's so many different colours and it's easy to remove, easy to stick down, I just double-sided it. So black electrical tape I used here, apart from the fact obviously it goes with the top. A lot of the stuff would fall down, like, you know, because when I go to put it on properly, so it's a reminder to put it on properly, but also things don't fall down. So yes, anyway, it's a bit more secure, which is the reason I've put that there. Down the bottom here I've just grabbed a big old tub, and what I have is all of my sort of things I need to do for reviews. It's much more practical. Before, a lot of stuff that I had, or packaging, I had it in containers, I had it in boxes, I had it all over the house. But this way, when I go to do a review, I can go in here, I grab it, I've got the packaging to show, ingredients, whatever I need it for, and then I can throw it out. And that way everyone's a lot happier, because I don't have my stuff floating everywhere. Then I've got other, you know, old beauty boxes that I have nail polishes in. I've got a lot of my nail polish down here. Other brush rolls. I've got a whole box under there that's just full of Ultra 3 nail polishes. I have spare rolls. I love those lint rollers. What's this? Sorry, fell down there. I've got other boxes under there with, you know, bits and pieces, but a lot of these boxes I actually, you know, put in the recycle bin, or use for packaging. Gave some to my husband. My son's playing with them, because I just had them everywhere. They're unnecessary, a lot of that stuff, and then that way I've got more room for proper tubs. So that way I've got some archive stuff down the bottom, and then these two tubs are full of, you know, packaging for parcels, for swaps. It's all in here. So I've got, you know, tissue paper and everything in there. And that way I can stack my tripod there. And then up the top I still have these are, what are they? Belt ring holders, I believe, from Harrods Storage World. And you think, what? I've actually got my, as you can see, my dress rings, jewelry that I make, I pop in here, and other bracelets. It's really, really easy to get to. There's just a join in the middle. You slide down what you need and pull it off. That way it's neat, it's easy, it's out of the road. My son doesn't get tempted to try and rip it down off the shelf. Like I had them in those clear stacks before, and it was just too tempting. So that way it's out of the road. And I think it kind of looks neat. Maybe not for everyone, but I like it. Put my longer, you know, necklaces here. And this, you would have seen these at probably Kmart or wherever. It's just when I can't have the main light on for whatever reason. I can just come in here and grab my stuff. I can turn it around. It's also got that magnetized side if you want to travel with it, put it on the fridge or something. But that way it's all I can see. And they're only like, I think $4 or $5 or something. So that pretty much is that area, but it's so much more better organized, I believe. And the fact that I can see everything, I get to everything really clearly, and I don't stuff doesn't get lost. It really does tend to get lost when you just shove it in boxes. You forget you've got it, it gets old, it leaks, all this sort of stuff, but it's much more clearer. Now that I'm going to be doing a makeup course, I've got a wine course and a writing course coming up, I need things to be organized so I can just, when I have time, I can come and grab it and do stuff. So that's half the reason behind it. Then over to the bookcase. Pretty much the same. I still have all of my accessories and stuff out here. Like I love those old antique plates. These are my old mum's dinner plates, and it's very sentimental. I love it. Ettica bling box. Up the top, I finally have a chance to get out my most used red books. I've got my photos in a proper position. There's my mum there and me. It's on that. This is actually a plate holder. I snuck it from downstairs, but it gives me a chance to put my more breakable items out of the road. I've got books there. I've got my longer earrings I can display. I've got sunglasses, so that's what I did there. And I still have more of those plastic cubes. I've got my fragrances out there. Down here I still have one of those large, more natural tubs. I love those for whatever I can put in there. And this is actually just shirts and stuff, because I normally have to get ready here in the morning. Like I'll do my makeup and everything, and I have to get dressed in here because my son or my husband are still asleep, so I do it all in here so I don't wake anyone. Then I've got scarves and wraps. Most of these I've gotten from those boxes, subscription boxes. That's in there. And then around here is my husband's side. Much more minimal, very organized. He's so organized. He has an actual recyclable bin up here for his, for paper, and then one for rubbish. There's a photo of us on a honeymoon on the Dawn Princess. Swinging around here, I've got, he actually got me that for a present one time, and it's Silent Hill the movie with the little, film insert. I actually don't really like the movies, but I love the video games. There's a little box of just stuff that my son plays with when he's in here. And my husband's side is also quite organized. So he's got all of his, what do you call it, architectural art books or whatever here, all of his collectible, I don't know, Italian retro plasticware, and his files. So I'm going to venture out into the rest of the house now. Hopefully it's safe. That's the hallway, downstairs, that's our room. The bathroom is probably a bomb site, so I'm just going to duck my head in there. So, oh yeah, it is. So you can see there's stuff everywhere. There's my glasses, my son's bath toys. So we'll go out of there, and then can you guess what my son's name is? So this is his room, and it's actually quite minimal too, because we just want a room for him to play. Most of his toys are downstairs, and I'm going to actually revamp all of this. I'm going to have like a spaceship and rockets and Buzz Lightyear theme for his 3rd birthday in July. So that's coming up. But it's very much a toddler's room at the moment. I want to make it more of a little boy's room. So other stuff. And I have lots of Kiwi sort of things that we get when we go over and for visitors. And that's really sentimental, that little tiki my dad actually gave him. I'm very grateful my dad got to see him for his 1st birthday. Obviously, if you're watching my channel, you know my dad passed away mid last year. So that's it. It's won't obviously spend too much time going over stuff in here. It's going to change anyway, like I said, but we've got yeah, lots of Kiwi stuff and toys, and this is another sentimental one I got from my dad's house. It's a Kia. Doesn't really look like a Kia, but I like it. My son likes it, that's what counts. And our room is just shocking. Be prepared. This is so unglamorous. Look at this. We've got a cot that we have been meaning to put away for ages, but I do love these oriental prints. I've got quite a few of them around the house. I love that sort of dark rich red, rusty colours, the dark wood, and the sort of metals. I love that sort of thing. I'll try and avoid that area down here. Is it chaos? Here's another picture of us on our honeymoon. You know those photos where you look really awkward because you're just trying to smile for the camera, and it just, yeah, it makes me laugh every time I look at it. More photos, chaos, and I'll try and avoid the bed. And you can see, well, there's no base. I know there's no base. It's shocking. We just couldn't get the base up the stairs. We're going to get a proper bed eventually. Safe. I've got Buzz Lightyear toy galore up there for his birthday. And here I have two sides. I've got my casual clothes side on this side. Over here is my more dressy, professional work clothes and the like. In there. And then I've got this 3-tier thing where I've got, you know, bags and wallets that I switch up between, scarves and that, shawls, and then all those travel bags, cosmetic bags, stuff that you get in there. And then here's just all of the, well, not all of my books, it's most of my favourite books: sci-fi, horror, bibliography, biography, Frankenstein. I love it. I collect a lot of those sorts of things. Snake books, reptiles, comedy books, and other junk.